It's a pleasure talking to you. Just 5 minutes of your time, 2 quick questions. My first question to you is, how do you feel that the Indian youth is reacting to the awareness that's being spread about the importance of yoga and the benefits of yoga, not only mentally but holistically, not only physically and mentally but emotionally and spiritually. So, ma'am, where do you see this awareness going, and where do you see us 2 or 3 years down the line?
It's a very good question, and we did not approach that today. We didn't have time, but I have seen, and I actually looked at numbers because I had the feeling that youth now is being aware of yoga as asana, pranayama maybe, yes, but also, especially the millennial, the new generation, the younger ones, they are looking for something else. They are looking for the spiritual side of yoga, which was not the case before. So it's something new that is happening in the younger generation, because I think they start reacting to what they see, and especially the connection to nature, which yoga is completely talking about this and making you live it. Okay? So from the yama niyama, the relationship with around the community, nature, and relationship with yourself. So this starts to be important for this new generation of youth, and it's great, because if we look at yoga only from the physical, we don't
Limiting
understand what it is.
Yes,
what
we're limiting the.
So being from the West, I was a bit sad that yoga was only about asanas. It's still very much there. Instagram shows only very nice pictures, but there is an awareness. It was there also in history. If you look at it, it was there in the in the late 60s. Lot of Westerners came to India, the hippies, hippie movement,
Yes.
to get connected to spirituality. But it was very, a little bit extreme. Now we have people who are conscious about the holistic health, from physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And luckily, India with yoga is still here, so it offers the answer. And I'm glad that people take it up with that objective. Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, what do you think about the role of yoga being, or maybe yoga being incorporated into school education? Yeah. Do you think that's an important step that our country needs to take, or maybe even if not in early school, but maybe as the children become teenagers, and maybe in colleges? So what do you think about that?
I'm a pediatrician. So school, kids education is part of my vocation. And I've been working in a school linked to Heartfulness in Chennai for 10 years. And we have followed children who, in this school, they are the principles of yoga are being taught, which are mostly values and the yama niyamas, foundation of yoga, And of course, relaxation is also taught, so heartfulness, relaxation, and the idea that, it all comes to the heart, the core of the human being, which is also at the heart of yoga in the Bhagavad Gita, It's all about, when we do this, so my experience, and it's not just a wish, I have seen children grow with a support of yoga education, yoga values and yoga principles, becoming very strong young adults. And I will tell you, for me, when I think about it, what are the qualities that they develop? They develop confidence. Okay. When you talk to them, they look at you in the eyes. Most of the teenagers, they just avoid you.
They avoid. They feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. So they are confident. They are creative. They have a clarity of mind that shows, and that is for me, because of this education in yoga, that gives them some, lifestyle, and lifestyle has to be educated in the children. Absolutely. So today I was part of a panel discussion on women, yoga and women. And for me, if we educate women at home, See, the teacher educates at school, but
Yes.
most of the education will be at home.
At home.
So we need also education of women so that children will be educated into living proper lifestyle, which will
Mature
avoid,
lifestyle,
you know, afterwards all the lifestyle diseases. Because right now, number one killer is lifestyle disease.
And anxiety and social media and everything coming together.
And you know, so the second thing quality that we see in teenagers is the capacity of making choices in a better manner, okay? Because of the clarity of mind that is given by yoga, okay? So when you're young adult, you have to make so many choices. Career, your
Which stream
circle,
your circle
of
of
friends, how are they going to influence you, you know, and then you have to choose a partner for life, choose how you want to live your life. So all these choices are so crucial. They put a lot of pressure on youngsters. So if we have a practice, and so I have seen this with Heartfulness because that's where I belong, you know, but I've seen how it gives them the values within that will always be part of themselves. That's part of their design. So whenever they go after that, wherever they go in the world, they will carry that.
with
And that's-
maturity and with
That's a value
Yes.
that yoga gives if we start early. So I'm absolutely for it. And I'm very happy it's happening in India. And it starts happening a little bit in the West, but in India it's just fantastic. So
Ma'am, when it comes to breathing, everybody talks about prana, the life force, and so what do you think about, like, when we are breathing, sometimes even if we try to be conscious, there are certain situations, maybe negative emotions, maybe suppose somebody is angry at someone else, somebody is feeling insecure, somebody's self-esteem is low, or somebody is feeling very anxious. So how in such situations does breathing right help?
So breathing is the only system in our anatomic systems that is automatic, yet that we can control.
Yes, ma'am.
So usually it's either you can control it or it's automatic, but breathing is both. It happens automatically, and it's, you know, like you said, if something happens, is the first thing impacted. If someone shouts at you, you will stop breathing, or you'll start breathing very shallow.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So the trick is to train yourself in harnessing, you know, knowing the breathing techniques, so that in this situation you have, you know, the quick reflex to use breathing to come out of the circulation. You actually hack your system, your brain, through breathing. It's a hacker. So you learn to suddenly breathe, and actually everybody will tell you, you know, if something wrong happens, they'll say, it's okay, breathe,
Yeah.
you know.
So
So take a deep breath and learn how to use these techniques so that on the spot you can already handle, you know, pause, you know, take a step back and handle the changes in you, because the you know, the feedback from your breathing to your brain works in the reverse. If you're stressed, you start breathing, you know, erratically, and if you start breathing deeply, your brain thinks everything is fine. The connection is just for us to use.
And
you know,
it affects our nervous system.
it affects on your nervous system, so the parasympathetic nervous system will kick in, and then all the changes in your body will happen, because it's either sympathetic or parasympathetic. So when you switch to back to parasympathetic, the switch is the breathing. It's a fantastic tool. So it's and this is how beautiful our being is wired.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very insightful talking to you, and thank you for everything. Our viewers, I'm sure they'll gain a lot from this. Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Thank you.